Herb Nerd TV. This video is for educational and documentational purposes. If you're not over 18, you shouldn't be. Welcome to Herb Nerd TV, where we'll explore growing, cloning, breeding, and the science, culture, and history of the world of cannabis. Welcome back to Late Night Munchiez, Episode 3. Hanging on. We will see if the soil is a bit too much for our young seedlings. Thanks for stopping in and enjoy. So far, all the seedlings are up and alive, although I do see some signs that the soil mix on the bottom half of the pods might be a little bit too much, and they've affected some of our leaves. It's been about 1 day since I put them in there, or 2 days. This is the next day, and I'm just coming in here and I'm gonna move these around a bit. I'm gonna move everything around a bit. They're looking good though. These ones look like they got some nutrients, too much nutrients somewhere in life, but I think they're gonna make it. They look like they're just getting a little bit too much right now. They don't need nothing for like at least a week. They don't need nothing. They just need to grow for a second. So you see that one look like it's getting a little bit too much, and that's what'll happen sometime with these leaves right here. You see the edges of the leaves and stuff, and just how they all ridgy and crazy. Usually too much nutrients. Probably that taproot probably hit the bottom of the soil. This will be alright. So we're I'm gonna take that foam right there off. I'm gonna put a different something under there just to raise these all at the same level, and check the ppfd, make sure it's at 300, and that's what we're gonna do. Right now, I don't know how well these girls will do, as I see signs that I may have jumped the gun on the nutrients. Time surely will tell the story. So I opted to bring the light down. You see I moved and put another dirty styrofoam piece under here, just to lift them up off the ground a little bit. I just don't want them on the ground right now. Like there's a rug underneath this tent. There's a rug, but underneath that rug there is like really thick plastic, but underneath that thick plastic there's concrete, and so yes. I want them up off the ground. I chose to bring the light down closer to the plants, bring the plants, all of them, closer to the light, and adjust the light so that there's about getting 250 ppfd at the leaf tips. I think that's better. Probably was 300 was probably a little bit too much when they were starting out anyway. So that'll probably help them out. They'll probably grow a lot better like that. We'll see. If they get too stretchy, I'll beat them down with light. Hey guys, what's up? Back at these girls again. As you can see, they're getting bigger. These two are even, look like they're about to start getting their second little sets of leaves, like their first true leaves coming in. It looks like we see some twisting over here on this one's leaves, and you see this one kind of like prying down. So this could be because of a little too much light. And I think it is a little bit too much light for them, but I'm not going to turn it down. I was going to turn it down. I might turn it down. We never know. But if you see that, that's never a good sign. So pretty much it needs more soil would be like the main thing it needs. What I might do is just come in here and top these soils off. Give it some more soil. I don't want to start giving it any nutrients yet. I'm going to start giving it nutrients this next week coming. So maybe in about like 4 or 5 days, I'll start giving these guys some nutrients. Right now, we're just going to keep the pots moist, keep them growing until they get those first true leaves on there. And then they'll be able to take the amount of light that I want. I probably shut the light down just a little bit. Get it to maybe 250 instead of 300 on the tips. And go from there. I think it's just a little bit too much light. And these little pots are not good for the pH, so that's probably the pH. Not saying like the pH is off and when I'm giving it. It's just when the soil is wet, like some of it's moist and some of it's not. Like some of it's dry in places. The pH can be off, you know what I'm saying? It's just not balanced. And so as the plants, the roots get bigger in the pots, I'll be able to saturate the pots a little bit more. The pH will be better in the water. And as they get out of these smaller pots, we'll have less of that as an issue with the pH. So far, I think they were fed a little heavy. Even if you can see right here, even though I'm not feeding them, the stuff that's in the soil already is definitely feeding. So that's why I'm saying we really don't need to give these girls anything right now. Giving them anything right now will result in some bad things. Like look at the leaf tip right there. That's why we don't want to feed too much. So I'm just gonna come, move a couple things around, put some soil in here. So I filled up the pots with more soil, mainly just around the base, just to hold them up. I'm gonna pull that fan down a little bit just to get a little bit more breeze blowing on them. We can do that now. Before I had it above the fan, just putting circulation in here so they were getting to feel the breeze as it hit off the wall and bounced back at them. But now this will be a lot closer to them. It'll give them a lot more strength. It'll promote more strength. So, and we'll also start tomorrow when I give them some water, because I am going to put a little water in the pot tomorrow. I'm going to putting Ethos in the water. So I probably could have already been doing that, but I'm going to start tomorrow to start putting the Ethos in the water. So that's going to promote some good healthy root growth in the soil, and some good just good microbes for the soil. Break stuff down and promote root growth. So there we go. They're on their way. They're still in a finicky stage, in their baby stage. So maybe another week or two, and then they'll be off and running. They'll be on their little person or plant stage, where they can actually start taking some nutrients and start to really grow.
Let us hope these seedlings can take the small amount of nutrients early on. Knowing I have around 2-ish weeks before most of this dry amendment's nutrients becomes readily available to the plants, I take a chance and top dress now. My hopes are that the feeding will be available as they enter the second month of life. Only time will tell if these young seedlings can hang on, or will they peter off. Hopefully, my mistakes early on don't end in a disaster, which would not be the first time. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. Oh yeah, hit the bell so you know what time it is. Thanks for tuning in to Herb Nerd TV.
I'm glad you came to learn and talk with me. You tune in.